Hello, I am Drag, and in this picture, I am drawing my Galarian Ponyta that I have named Fairy Floss. But what the main reason why I'm recording this is because I wanted to just record my process of doing this. Because this particular style is one that's always sort of intimidated me, despite it actually being like really simple. And how do I put this? So this was actually the official artwork, not for like the guidebooks and stuff, but the the Pokemon promotional material. So they would have this particular art style, like this particular painting style. And the first time I actually saw it was for the battle. No, the festival plaza. That was it. For the festival plaza, I can boop that picture up right now. But in this picture, like I just saw this style. I'm like, wow, I really like this like style, and like I want to like have a couple of pictures or all of them in this style, but I didn't know how to do it. And like if you already know how to do the style, I was like, well, how do you not know how to do it? It's like super easy. It's just painting. Yeah, it is. It's essentially just painting. But I didn't know that, and the concept of digital painting has actually always kind of been intimidating for me. I don't really know why, but like, and because I didn't know the name of the art style, I mean the painting style, I couldn't just like look up like tutorials on it, but like I can really get into that too. Like a lot of the tutorials, like okay. So when I first started like digital art, a lot of my friends were like, "Oh yeah, you should look into cell shading," and I didn't know what that was. Like I didn't know. So like when I was doing my research for it, like trying to figure out what it was, it would just show these incredibly comprehensive and technical tutorials on how to do this cell shading. And as a beginner, I was like so overwhelmed by all of this information that they were giving that I was what is cell shading? I don't know what this is. I don't what? And it wasn't until an artist by the name of Slugbox, I watch his streams. Don't he's not a safe work artist. Yeah. I mean, go watch his stuff if you want to, but like only if you're of age. But I was watching the stream, and he was doing cell shading. Like he cell shades like, especially for the time, like he was cell shading a lot of his pictures. I'm like, wait, this is cell shading? Like it's so easy and not overly complicated. Like all those tutorials were making it, because like the tutorials were like, oh yeah, so what you gotta do is you gotta go over into like edit layer and like all this jargon stuff, and it was just so intimidating, and I just couldn't. So this style that I'm working on in this picture with fairy floss is it's a style that I really liked, but I didn't know what it was called. I didn't even know like how to begin to do it. And then an artist by the name of Costifer, I think that's how you say it. But he showed this picture. He showed this work in progress, and like it just clicked. I was like, ah, like was the style really that? It was that easy, and I saw it, and then like I immediately just like made a picture. Oh, okay, that's not true. I didn't immediately make one because, like I said, when something intimidates you, you just try not to go for it. But I eventually did it. I eventually like finished that picture. I can have it as the end card for this, but yeah. And I did that picture, and it actually took me less time to finish that picture than it did most of my other drawing without background. I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. This thing that like intimidated me so much was it was all in my head. So I guess the main thing to like take away from it is like don't you got to get out of your own head. It's it's not yeah. You just got to get out of your own head. Also, another thing with this particular style, yeah, I'll probably flip that. But with this particular style, like it's it's so much I don't know how to describe it. It's just painting. It's literally just painting, but then you're adding the lines on the same layer. So I don't know why I was so intimidated by that. But when I got out of my head, it was easy enough. So I guess that's another reason why I'm making this particular video, like as a sort of weird tutorial. Like just to like here's how you do it. Here is how you do this Pokemon weird line art style. Oh, there's the what's it called? Will-o'-the-wisps. I really like those. I always gives a real fairy-esque vibe. Don't you can't win. You can't beat me on that. I love those. And they give me a chance to use Glow Dodge, which is something that no, that's a whole basket of worms. I do not want to open up. Oh, can of worms. I don't know why I said basket. You know what? It's a can of worms that you pour into a basket. That's what it is. That is what Glow Dodge is. And I do not want to go into all of the technical stuff that it takes. But yeah. So I have been Drag. Thank you for watching and hopefully listening. Bye!